You've killed Malone? What are you talking about?
Just what I said.
Is this a joke? Is this meant to be helping?
No. It's the truth. He was here, Dad, making threats.
Here? In the house? When?
On that night that you were at the pub trying to get a takeaway and I was supposed to show.
So you're saying that you shot him?
Yeah.
No.
And that's why I was freaking out about your stupid delivery.
I don't believe it.
I don't either. I wish it hadn't happened.
You hate guns. You gave me so much grief just now about the one that Lucas found. There is no way that you would get one.
It was his. And he was here, trying to make me jack up. He brought drugs round for me to overdose with. That was his plan. And I managed to get away. I hit him with something, but it won't go down. And so I grabbed the gun and I shot him. He called me a smackhead. And a prosy. And he just made me feel like the trash I used to be.
All because you reported him?
He was boasting about how he could kill me and no one would care.
What I don't get is why he bothered. I mean, you had no evidence, and he was a DI. He's untouchable.
All I know is that he was there with a loaded syringe. Because he was getting in my head. And he was saying that everyone would be better off without me.
I know you're not expecting me back, but the bishop wound up the retreat early. And the noise from her dodgy tummy made it difficult to focus on prayer. Dawn?
I'm sorry, I had to.
You know?
I was there when he died. I walked in on them. Malone was tormenting her with a syringe full of heroin, making her think she had no way out. I grabbed the nearest thing I could and we thought he was dead.
But he got up. And he was coming for us, so I had to do something.
She saved my life. It was self-defense.
And I didn't know what to do. I wanted to call the police, but Harriet said they wouldn't believe me, so we had to deal with it on our own.
The rug. That you blame me for messing up.
We wrapped him in it.
Where is he?
Graveyard.
The graveyard is in the...
We needed a solution really quickly.
And you never told me. Shoveling mud over a corpse and you didn't think it was worth a mention.
We wanted to. But you've got your anxiety, you're vulnerable.
My anxiety? My daughter's just killed a man.
Because he was going to kill her, that's why he got her in the house. Tricked her into thinking that he had Lucas, that she wasn't getting out alive. We had no choice, Will.
And I tried reporting him, but they weren't going to do anything in time.
Malone's gone. That's what we wanted, to feel safe from him, from his threats and his blackmail.
He was a bad man, and he didn't care about whose lives he ruined.
Okay.
So you don't need to worry anymore. You don't need a gun again.
But the police, they're still looking.
Malone was an experienced police officer. He knows how to disappear. And I just reported him for corruption. DSY said I was brave, and they knew that he was dodgy.
But he was still a senior policeman, lying in a grave.
Which no one will ever find. I mean, why would they? It's the safest place.
Really? Wrapped in a rug with a little bit of dirt over him?
Not a bit. He's deep.
What if a dog gets the scent?
I'll deal with it. Any churchyard issues and they'll come to me.
Well, this is just not feeling right. The family visiting laying flowers.
There was only one mourner. His family couldn't go because of a local lockdown. I've thought about everything. I've been through every scenario. I think we're okay.
So I'm just supposed to sit tight until they decide to come and interview me and Billy again?
They won't.
They're convinced that we're hiding something. They've already searched the garage. What if they come to your work?
I'm not even under suspicion.
Well, you will be. Look, if me, Dawn and Billy have had a visit, then you've got to be next on the list, surely. They've only got to find the spot and start digging. Malone might have been bent, but he was still a copper and they look after their own.
Well, you're going to have to try and trust me.
Trust you? After you kept all this to yourself, letting me think that he was still out there?
That's why I've told you, Dad.
Just listen, okay? I've been to prison. There's only me here knows where this could lead to. And Dawn just won't cope. She'll be straight back on the drugs. And as soon as the other cons find out that you're an ex-copper, your life will be over.
No one is going to prison.
So I'm gonna confess that I killed Malone.
What? Dad, no, you won't.
You've got Lucas. You've got the rest of your life ahead of you.
You could go down for years.
I'll keep your names out of it. I killed Malone because he was forcing me into hiding drugs for him. That's enough motive.
Don't be ridiculous.
It is not ridiculous to put my daughter first. It was my fault that Lucas found the gun, that Malone ended up here and got me back working for him.
He was blackmailing you. He didn't give you a choice.
You've always got a choice. I took his money. It was pathetic and weak.
No.
You were both better off without me. This'll do you both a favour in the end.
Stop it. Just none of this is happening.
Yes, it is. No more looking over your shoulders, wondering when they're going to come and get you. I can close this down. I can give you back your futures.
No.
I've let you both down. I've been the worst dad and partner. This is one thing that I can do for you both.
You don't know the whole story.
Harriet,
I saw Malone after you thought you might have killed him. I knew you hadn't.
What do you mean?
He asked me to meet him at the church after he'd escaped from the garage. I fixed up his injuries and let him stay overnight.
Why would you do that?
please, Harriet.
Malone and I...
No.
We had history. And not just with the police. When I saw him again, I can't explain the attraction because I despised the man.
No.
I'm sorry. It wasn't a relationship. I wouldn't dignify it with that, but... I was sleeping with him.
When did it start?
A couple of months ago. But I ended it. I told him I loved you.
I just don't understand.
I didn't go looking for it, it just happened.
Were you with him when we were together? When you were Michelle? Your whole life was a lie anyway.
No, I promise.
You were dating the cop who was running me.
No, it was over long before that.
Why didn't you tell me?
I just thought he was here for the gun. I had no idea about the rest of it. You didn't tell me.
Don't turn it around on me.
I'm sorry. We weren't straight with each other. You kept secrets.
When he beat me up, when I nearly died in hospital, were you having sex with him then?
No. But not long after.
You don't need me here. I'm gonna go.
Did you know?
I wanted to tell you, but I gave Harriet the chance first.
I tried. I was gonna tell you. But you were so worked up about the whole Malone thing, I decided it wasn't a good time. I thought it might push you over the edge.
And then Malone was gone and you were dead happy about the wedding and stuff.
The wedding? You were going to let me get married knowing that she was having an affair? When I asked you to marry me, had it started then?
Do we have to?
Right. I see.
I was fed up with all your lies. It felt like we were just going back to the same place.
So you slept with him? Now that you've stopped out, after blaming me for everything, all makes sense now. You were feeling guilty and that's why you said yes to me.
I wasn't going back to him.
But you did.
I kept telling him it was over.
Couldn't keep away.
You know what Malone was like. He wouldn't give up. He had this control over everyone.
Blaming a dead man. How convenient.
I am trying to explain.
What, that it was just lust? Is that supposed to make me feel better? You're a vicar, for God's sake.
I know. And I am full of shame and regret, and I hate myself.
You're a hypocrite, a disgrace. Dawn could have died, she could still go to prison, and it's all on you. Come on.
Where are we going?
Where do you think? Yeah?
Well, I know you're angry, but you need to try and hold it together for Dawn's sake.
Don't talk to me about my daughter.
The police will back off if we keep giving them nothing, but if you start acting out of character, you're going to put her at risk too.
Why should I listen to you?
I know how they work. They'll reopen the case. The gun, the drugs, we all had motive. We need to work as a team.
What?
We're linked together, whether you like it or not.
No. Do you know what? I wish I'd never come back here. When Dawn first called me to say that she'd found you, I should have told her then. To run. And keep running, get the hell away from you.
Will, please.
Once was enough, but twice. You betrayed me.
Well, he made me show him the grave. And he left.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Well, how was he? I wish I hadn't told him.
Yep.
It's just... He was so obsessed with Malone coming after him and he was going to get some lowlife to drop off a gun. I mean, it was the only thing I could do to stop him.
He meant it about going to prison for us, you know, he wasn't joking.
So where's he gone? The police?
No.
Well, that's what he threatened. He must hate us both.
He doesn't hate you, Dawn. All you've ever done is try to help him.
What if he has a panic attack? Or does something to himself? If anything happens to him...
I'd never forgive myself. I'm so sorry, Dawn. For everything.